one point in time, Buzzfeed was a panacea for anyone who wanted to make fun of the regressive left because it was just so blissfully unaware of its own stupidity in the matter. It made video after video after video of regressive leftists acting stupid on camera, and the second it did, dozens of response videos popped up making fun of it. Those were the days, weren't they? But then, regressivism on YouTube imploded, and Buzzfeed, like most other far-left channels, went off to do something else, leaving a vast void in the YouTube landscape. Now, I used to watch Buzzfeed closely, but after a while, I just kind of gave up and stopped paying attention. But now, they've done another stupid video, and I just had to jump in and laugh at it. So let's see how Buzzfeed combines superheroes and feminism as they wonder what superpower can stop catcalling.
Today, I'm going to create my own superpower to deal with catcallers. Kick in the face. You guys didn't see my panties when I did that, did you?
Hey, do you think you can create a superpower that will deal with that ridiculous hair? You know, I don't think a kick in the face is a superpower. You really have no idea what you're doing, do you? But, and this should be no surprise, here we see regressives immediately leaping to physical violence to solve their supposed problems. Now, I think catcalling is immature, but ultimately, it's really pretty harmless. It doesn't actually hurt anyone. But just watch as regressives insist on responding to a generally harmless but just annoying act with genuine physical harm.
Catcalling has been going on ever since I came out the womb.
Seriously? Doctors and nurses were catcalling you in the hospital. Somehow, I find that a little hard to believe. But here's someone who clearly is ridiculously full of herself and thinks everyone has to bow down and worship her. Just watch.
It would usually be teenage boys when I was a teenager. So at the time I kind of took it as flattering. But then as I got older and realized they would literally catcall anything that moved.
Then why are you personally offended by it? If they aren't singling you out, why does it bother you? Hell, if I were you, I'd be flattered because, you know.
A construction worker said, "Look at the tits on that."
Well, maybe that was the only part of your anatomy he could stand to look at. I don't know. I guess even crack whores get catcalled.
I even remember what I was wearing the first time I got catcalled. I was 12 and I didn't understand that you couldn't wear a denim jacket as an actual top.
So, you've got crappy parents. Gotcha. Why is something that happened to you when you were 12 so ridiculously traumatic?
Look at the tits on her. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're objectifying my boobs, but then you're also objectifying the rest of me.
What? Do you think presumably heterosexual men are going to catcall other men? Well, hey, look at the dick on that guy. Are you nuts?
It's always the dustiest dude. It's always the guy who has like the ketchup stain on his white tee.
His white tee, huh? You had to throw white in there somewhere. And yeah, most of the guys who catcall are losers with low-wage jobs who are bored with what they're doing, so they try to piss off other people. They're the trolls of the real world. And here goes BuzzFeed giving trolls attention. Really smart there, guys.
They have catcalls down for regular women, but then when they see a pregnant woman, there is sort of this surprise, like, whoa, 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 there's a lady with something in her. I want to put my dick in her.
Because they're actively trying to be offensive, and you're falling for it because you're not that bright.
When they catcall me, they try to be polite, like, well, you got nice ankles. I can see those ankles. Those are very moisturized ankles. I see you.
Nobody has ever done that to you, because catcalling is typically done from a distance. They don't care about your ankles. They don't actually care about you at all.
I'm not here for any guy that tells me to smile. Like, my face is always resting.
So what you're saying is you're always a rude, unhappy bitch. Gotcha. But you work for BuzzFeed, so I guess that's not a surprise.
Whenever a guy tries to catcall me, I would teleport his mother to the scene of the crime because I would like to say, could you catcall me in front of your mother?
And half of them would say, sure, and do it anyhow, because it doesn't matter to them. Hell, their mother might join in and do it too. You don't think these guys had decent upbringings, do you?
When a guy catcalls me, I could make myself invisible, just whispering, objectifying things in his ear and slowly drive him insane.
Trolls very rarely are affected by trolling. Surely you know that, right? With Buzzfeed being such a troll-heavy channel anyhow. But seriously, let me smell your butt? I didn't even know what to say to that. I guess maybe that's the best a crack whore can come up with. I don't know.
My superpower would be making their pants disappear.
Ah, so your response to a verbal insult is sexual assault. That's an intelligent, measured response there, I tell ya.
I would fart on command. I know some people say they can actually fart on command. I am not capable of that.
Again, since the vast majority of catcalling, at least as far as I've ever seen, is done at a distance, your flatulence really means nothing at all. But hey, feel free to fart up a storm. Nobody cares.
If a man catcalled me, I'd be able to make him feel menstrual cramps immediately.
Another physical assault, causing physical pain as a response to a verbal insult. Of course, my question is, where would these cramps come from, considering the guy lacks the equipment to actually get said cramps? But, you know, these women don't think that far ahead.
Not only is it going to smell, it's also going to sting the eyes. I think it would sort of have a similar effect to pepper spray.
It's hard to pepper spray someone at a distance, you know? But hey, are you just going to develop a fart grenade that you can lob at obnoxious men? Call the military. You might get yourself a contract.
My hair would turn into snakes as soon as somebody catcalled me. The biggest snake would eat his head and the rest of his body would just stay there.
Becoming Medusa could only help with that absurd hair. But then again, here we see physical violence as a response to verbal insults. Here, she wants to out and out murder someone for saying something she doesn't like. Is anybody seeing a trend here?
Looking at your body makes me so hungry. I just want to eat you like you were a burrito.
So apparently, crack whore here has vor fantasies. Yeah, excuse me while I slowly back away.
Hello, Mrs. Jackson. Do you know your son was catcalling me today? He said I had a fat ass.
I don't know. Do you have a fat ass? I can't exactly see it in the video. And what do you do when she says you do? Go on a diet?
You don't have any pants on.
And the police are coming to take you away for sexual assault.
Does he usually talk like that in front of you? Miss Jackson, do I have a fat ass?
You know, I don't think Mrs. Jackson cares about your fat ass. But you had to get that little sly wink in there like Mrs. Jackson is thinking, hey, I'd hit that.
Well, how does it feel to be exposed? How does it feel for everyone to look at your body?
Anyone can look at anyone's body whenever they want. But while what he did was obnoxious and rude, what you did was an actual crime. People might look at him like he's a jackass, but you're going to jail.
You like my ass? How about now?
Words just... no. Just... no. No.
Does your dick hurt now? I bet you also have diarrhea. Are people honest about that you have diarrhea when you have your period?
If his dick hurts, it's not a menstrual cramp, is it? Accuracy, or let's be honest here, class, isn't big with Buzzfeed, is it?
Why don't you smile?
Says the bitch with the crazy hair leaving a trail of decapitated corpses in her wake. Sure.
If women had superpowers and could use them against catcallers, it'd be a completely different world.
Sure, it will be a world of open violence against men because apparently feminists have no clue what a proportional response is.
Most of the time, I usually want to meet these guys' mothers anyway, because I'm like, who raised you to catcall at 2 p.m. on a Monday?
What the hell are you doing walking down the street at 2 p.m. on a Monday? Why aren't you at work? Oh, wait.
It felt great to have snakes coming out of my hair. I don't even like snakes. But if I don't have to see them and they do all the work for me, then I love snakes.
So you just want minions to do all your work so you can just be lazy. Hey, typical regressive.
Evolution-wise, men would find a way to get past the superpowers.
They might stop catcalling out of fear, but probably not because they are men.
And we end with more sexist comments that men are sleaze just because they're men. And that's no surprise because this is BuzzFeed we're talking about. I mean, I went looking through their recent videos to see if they'd done anything else worth talking about, but no, this was the only one. However, while they complain about objectifying women, they've got no problem at all objectifying men. Because BuzzFeed, like the whole of the regressive left, are absurd hypocrites. If men can't call women, it's horrible. But if women can't call men, it's empowerment. But what more can we expect from BuzzFeed than violence and fart jokes? It's about as far as their intellectual integrity rises above dead zero.
Everything changes.